Education. Education is a fundamental right of every child and a vital foundation for their personal development, empowerment, and future opportunities. Nowadays, school fees are increasing significantly, making education less affordable for many families. To what extent you think school management is responsible for high school fees? To what extent does the law contributes to high school fees? To what extent are parents responsible for high school fees? Please watch the video until the end to learn who is responsible for the rise in school fees. To know who is the reason for these high school fees, let's get into some history. In the 1970s, most children attend state or central government schools. Only families with high financial status sent their children to private schools, and nearly 30% of children did not attend primary school at all. They were just taking care of their fields. Many villages and small towns did not have secondary schools, and post primary students have to leave their hometowns to pursue secondary or higher education. When students move out of their hometowns, there is increased demand for hostel accommodation in their new location. Where there is a demand, business people will enter the market to seize the opportunity to generate profits. Recognizing the growth demand for education and hostel accommodation, business people began establishing a new form of enterprise known as residential schools. Due to the lack of secondary education in many villages and small towns, parents began sending their children to residential schools, hoping to provide them with a better future. In residential schools, teachers began conducting extra classes, weekly practice tests, and regular monitoring students' learning. As a result, these students achieved higher marks and ranks compared to those attending government schools and junior college. These residential schools began publicizing students' achievements as a strategy to increase enrollment. As a result, parents of government school students began sending their children to residential schools. As a result, these residential schools generated substantial profit. Even parents with low income began sending their children to these residential schools, hoping to secure a bright future for them. The strategic growth of residential school contributed to the gradual decline in students' enrollment in government schools. During 1990s, the growing demand for engineers in India coincided with an increase in residential school students successfully clearing engineering and medical entrance examinations. Many of these engineers began migrating to Western countries and earning high salaries, which further increased the demand for private schools. At the same time, a social stigma began to form around government schools, and children attending them were often subjected to bullying. Until now, the private school market was dominated by local players. However, major corporate entities have now entered the sector. These corporate entities elevated education to a new level of commercial enterprise by introducing international curriculum, advanced infrastructure including computer labs, AC classrooms, transportation service, meal plans, a wide range of indoor and outdoor activities, standardized uniforms, and even international trips. Now, school is no longer merely a place for education. It has become a symbol of social status. Parents now proudly claim that their children attend international schools. This experience was akin to living a dream life, and families became unwilling to take even a step back. Having grown accustomed to this lifestyle, they now find it difficult to return to their previous way of living. Capitalizing on this dependency, corporate entities have begun charging increasingly high fees, even at the elementary level. Now, let us return to our central question: who is responsible for this? Is it corporate entities driven by profit motives, or is it the lack of legal regulation over school fees, or perhaps the parents themselves who pursue social status by sending their children to international schools? Please comment your thoughts and suggestions on how we can improve ourselves to create a better future for the next generation.